Hi there, it's Pete. I'm going to do something a little bit different. A couple of friends have asked me if I would do some beginner ukulele lessons. So I thought, yeah, why not? So I'm going to start with my soprano, and we're going to go through the sort of ukes that you can buy. But I'll be a little bit biased because I got all the four sizes, which I'm very, very lucky. But we're not going to do the baritone ukulele because that's tuned different. So we're going to do the soprano, which is this little booty here, and the concert and the tenor. But we'll come to those sizes in a minute. I've just bought this, I just purchased this from eBay about a fortnight ago, under £20, and I couldn't really believe it because a lot of my ukes are like £50 upwards. And that's cheap really, but this one was I think it was £17.99, so that's very, very cheap. And the nice thing about it, I was very surprised when I actually tuned it up. I thought that sounded brilliant for £17.95 or whatever it is. I can't really pronounce what it's called, but if I just hold it up to you, I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. Yeah, and inside it's got like a little resound in heaven. I thought that was lovely. Yeah, so this is my little purchase. About a fortnight ago I bought this one. It's really just to see how good you can buy for less than £20. I think there was one on eBay about £13, so I don't know what that one was like. But this one was definitely worth under £20. Right, so what I'll do, I will show you all the sizes of the ukes. If you haven't bought your uke yet, it's entirely up to you what you buy. Like I said, this is the soprano. It's the smallest uke. And it is tuned to the first string, with the one right down the bottom is A, second string E, third string C, and fourth string G. So that's the tuning that we're going to be using for the three ukes. This is like standard tuning. I mean, obviously you can tune it to different tunings. There's like open tunings and drop tunings and all sorts of things. But for this, we're going to do string 1 A, string 2 E, string 3 C, and string 4 G. So the baritone ukulele is tuned totally different to this, so we won't even think about that. So right, so that's the uke, that's the soprano ukulele. I have also got another soprano, so exactly the same size really, or more or less the same size. This one here is a stag. Well, stag make good instruments, but it's like everything, you actually get what you pay for, except for something like this, of course, for less than £20. That's absolutely brilliant. So that's my soprano ukuleles. So what I'll do is I'll compare them in a minute. And one thing about doing, like I said, my friends asked if I would do some drop that. I don't want to drop it for a minute. Yeah, do some sort of beginner sort of lessons. So I thought, yeah, why not anyway. So this is the next size. This is the concert. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger than soprano. So that's the concert. So this concert I must have bought, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago now, I think. I've got a job to put down my there you are. I don't want it to fall down. Yeah, so I bought this one. This is a Washburn. I bought a Washburn guitar, and it was the best made guitar I've ever seen, really. Yeah, so they're very well built. I mean, even this one is a little bit heavier than the soprano, but you can tell it's sort of well built. It sounds nice as well. So I should be doing the lessons on all three. So that's the soprano and that is the concert. So I'll just show you my baritone in a minute, but we're not going to do that one today. So this is the next size. It's the tenor. It's out of tune at the moment, but I'll tune that later. So yeah, so the concert and the tenor. So this is the concert. So there's quite a bit of difference there. Yeah. So it's like I've got all four, which I'm very lucky to have, really. But right, so that's the tenor. We will tune that one up and use that one in one of the lessons. And this is the baritone, which is tuned totally different. So I'll hold up the baritone and the soprano, which is the one I just bought. So that is the sizes there. Heck of a difference. So like I said, we're not going to do anything with the baritone because that's going to be the wrong tuning for this. So that's all the sizes. So which is the best one to buy? Well, I can't really tell you that really, because I've got quite big fingers and I can more or less play all of them. So, but I suppose if you had really big fingers and hard to fit in the frets itself, then I think I would buy a concert or the tenor. But a lot of people buy the soprano because it's quite a novelty to see such a little instrument with a really great sound coming out of it. But this was my first. I bought the Stag soprano, and I had that one for it's been 12 months before I even thought about buying anything else. And then I had the concert and the tenor, and then I bought the baritone, which I never looked back on really, because that's an absolutely brilliant instrument. Right, so like I said, I can't really tell you what to buy, but you know, for £20 that soprano, you know, less than, I think it was £17.99, something like that. That to me is the best buy I've ever had. I've got one in the loft which I never really use. It's sort of like a plastic one. And the machine heads are just like, you just like push them in, and really it doesn't even stay in tune. But I mean, that's more like a toy one really. But yeah, I was very surprised when I bought that soprano for less than £20, and it actually sounds great. So I mean, that's all the ukes anyway. So we've got the soprano, concert and the tenor. So right, so what I thought I'd do is like, I'm going to make like 4 to 6 sort of little lessons with like easy chords. So the first one, we'll just have a little go today. Then the next one would be a little bit longer, because I wanted to show you all the ukes and all the sizes of the ukes. And also, before I forget, it's great having a nice uke, but if you haven't got a tuner, it's like one of these clip-on tuners. This is a Snark, so I suppose between £5 and £10. I mean, you can get ones for like £3.99, £4, but that to me would be a really good buy to get a. I mean, it hasn't got to be a Snark; it can be anything. But I've found a couple of friends have like tried to play the uke, and they never bought a tuner. So they're trying to tune it and it just sounds awful. So I think you would most probably lose interest if you didn't tune up your instrument properly. So I know when I first started playing the guitar, well, I first had a guitar when I was 8-year-old, and back then I don't think there was any sort of electronic tuners. You had like a pitchfork, like a little pitchfork thing, and you used to tune your E to that. Then you used to do like relative tuning, which you used to like finger. I mean, this is on the guitar of mine, but I'm just showing you on this one. You used to like finger down through and tune it that way. But with the electronic tuner, it's in concert pitch. So if you wanted to play in a band or play with a few friends, you'll all be in the same key sort of thing. There wouldn't be any difference in it. It'd be all concert pitch, and that's what I really like. I mean, there's nothing worse than somebody playing. I mean, you could be the best player in the world, but if it's not tuned right, if it's one a bit sharp or flat, it sounds awful. But yeah, that would be a good thing to buy. So get your yoke, but also get a tuner on the same day if you can. Then you'd be in tune then. That'd be absolutely brilliant. So like I said, the tune in is the first string, one right down the bottom, is an A. So this one is a little bit flat. And the second string is an E. That one's okay. I've done this one about an hour ago, so the cold weather sometimes, or the little bit of change in the weather would... Right, let's start that again. So string 1 is an A. String 2 is an E. String 3 is a C. And string 4, the one right at the top, is a G. Right, so what I'll do is I'll tune up the concert. I'm going to use the concert today, I think, which is the next size. So what I thought I was going to do, like I said, a couple of friends have asked me to do some sort of easy sort of beginner lessons. It's sort of like choose a song. So I actually learnt the ukulele on a song called "You Are My Sunshine." I know it's a very old tune, and we're going to use. I'll just tune this up a minute. So we've got an A, yes. We've got an E. We've got a C. We've got a G. Right, I'll turn off my tuner because I'm always forgetting to turn off my tuner. The batteries I go through. Right, so like I said, we're going to, the first little lesson now, we're going to do "You Are My Sunshine." But if you wanted to do another song, if you've got any ukulele books, or if you want to look on the web and do a more modern song with the same chords, that's entirely up to you. But this is the one I learnt on. So this song, "You Are My Sunshine," it's got a C. So I'll just run through them a minute. So it's a C major. We've got a C7. We've got an F major. And we've got a G7. So that's the actual, just run through them again a minute. So we've got a C, we've got a C7, some real nice chords here. We've got a F major and a G7. You could play a G as well on this song if you wanted to, so I'll just add that one in, but that's optional really. I think G will most probably come out in the next lesson anyway. So this is just like easy sort of chords really. I mean, but they are essential chords because this is the ones that you learn first really. Then you sort of like build up your sort of knowledge of chords, that sort of thing. Right, so C major. We've got a bit of the sun coming out here now, so I hope you can still see me. So the C major is just the 3rd fret of the 1st string, which is the A string, right in the bottom. So, and play all the strings. That's your C major. Right, so next one is a C7. So your C7 is just up a couple frets to the 1st fret, 1st string. Right, so let's just count what we got. This is half of the chords for the song now. So we got a C major and a C7. So C major on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, one right down the bottom, and then a C7 on the 1st fret of the 1st string. So that's our first. We'll just do a bit of practice on that a minute. Right, so that's your C and your C7. Right, the next chord is an F major. Right, so your F major, your first finger is in the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and your second finger is in the 2nd fret of the 4th string, one right at the top. So that is your F major. So now we've got a C major in the 1st fret of the 1st string, a C7, which is the 1st fret of the 1st string, and now we've got an F major. So we'll just have a look again at the F major. So the F major is your first finger is in the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and your second finger is in the 2nd fret of the 4th string, one right at the top. Right, the next and last chord, but I will show you the G major as well, is the G7. So the G7, your first finger is in the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and your second finger is in the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and your first finger is in the 2nd fret of the 1st string. That is your G7. But from the F major to the G7, you just need to shift your 2nd and 3rd finger, keeping your first finger on the 2nd string of the 1st fret. So now you would have your first finger is in the 2nd string of the 1st fret, and your second finger is in the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and your third finger is in the 2nd fret of the 1st string. That is your G7. But obviously you couldn't do that all the time. Shift from the F to the G7. But on this song, you can do that. But obviously if it was a D or whatever, you couldn't do that. But it's quite easy to shift from the F to the G7. So right, so that's the chords. And also, I'll just throw in a G major as well. So your first finger is in the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and your second finger is in the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and your third finger is in the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So that's a G. It's not in this song, but I just thought I'd give you that one, so if you wanted to practice that one for next time. So let's just recap on the chords. Hope you're going to get it okay. So the first chord is a C major on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and the next chord is a C7. So your C7 is in the 1st fret of the 1st string. So if you wanted to just practice those two chords, because those two work together really. I'm using my pinky as well on this one, on the C. G7. Once you got that right, then you can just do your F major. So we'll just go through the fingering again for the F major. So your first finger is in the first fret of the second string, and your your second finger is in the second fret of the fourth string. And if you wanted to go down to the G7, you just shift your second finger down one, and then put your third finger on the second fret of the first string, still keeping your first finger in the first fret of the second string. That is your G7. Right, so I'm going to use "You Are My Sunshine" to do these chords. Like I said, if you wanted to do a more modern song, if you had any ukulele books around, or have a look on the net, with these chords in C, a C7, F and a G7, it's entirely up to you. But like I said, this is one I learnt, my first sort of song really that I learnt on the ukulele. So what I'll do is I'll just do verse 1, and I'll do it 2 or 3 times just to get where the chords are going. Then if you like the song, we can always do some more of it really, but it's just to get your fingers going really, because this is like aimed at beginner sort of ukulele. If you just went and bought one for Christmas, or you've always wanted one and you were going to go out and buy one, then these lessons are for you, hopefully. I just do tutorials really for a bit of fun, because I really like doing it, and I like helping people as well. So that's what I do it for really. I get a lot of pleasure out of helping people. So right, "You Are My Sunshine." I don't know what my voice is like today, but generally I sing with a capo on the second fret normally, for when I sing with the guitar. But right, "You Are My Sunshine." So I'll just run through it. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. Never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. So that's all it is really. So what I'll just tell you what the chords are. So I'll just run slowly through it. So it starts with a C. You are my sunshine, C. You are my sunshine, a C7. You make me happy, an F, when skies are grey, a C and a C7. You never know, dear, an F, how much I love you, a C. Please don't take a C, my sunshine, a G7 and a C. Run through it again a minute. You are my sunshine, a C, my only sunshine, a C7. You make me happy, an F, when the skies are grey, a C and a C7. You never know, dear, how much I love you. So "you never know" is an F major. "You know I love you" is a C major. "Please don't take" is a C, "my sunshine" is a G7 away. There you are. That's "You Are My Sunshine." It's got like 3 or 4 verses on it, but I could just do another verse for you, and just to give you another verse to practice with really. So so it starts to C again. The other night, dear, as I was sleeping, I dreamt I heard you I held you in my arms. Wait, dear, I was mistaken. I hung my head and cried. I'll do that again for you. I did mess up the words a bit there. The other night, dear, as I was sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. I hung my head and cried. Right, you're my sunshine. So, like I said, I'll try and do sort of 4 to 6 sort of like a little mini series of beginner ukulele lessons. And if you're interested, just tune in, and I might do a few other little videos in between, but I will do I think I'm going to do 6 sort of like beginner ukulele lessons. So this is the first one. We've had a look at the ukuleles and which one to buy really, which I'm a little bit biased with because I've got all 4 sizes. So, but if you've got really big fingers, perhaps the next size up from the soprano would be good, which is the concert, or even if you wanted to, the tenor. But a lot of people, when they first do the ukulele, they buy a little soprano, which is great really. And they all vary in price as well. So like I said, this one was less than £20. So if you want to have a look on eBay, and I think there was one for £13, but I don't know what that was like. Right, so thanks for having a look, and I'll catch you again in lesson number 2. Cheers there, bye.